Hello, everyone. Welcome to our kind of homesteading. We've been MIA, fell off the fucking planet. We didn't. We blame our kids. We have state fair for our kids, and that's like legit the entire month of July. And I know that seems like you can't be at someplace for an entire month. You can.
Unfortunately.
You can. And it's like a concrete jungle, you know. It's like asphalt and concrete and sun
and summer.
The peak of our summertime here in California. It was just.
I don't know why.
I was talking to my kids are like, why don't they just do a fair in fall? I'm like, I don't know, but whoever thought of the idea of fair being in like the dead of summer?
Because it's not like we have like a rainy September. It's because of school.
It's because of school and work, yeah.
School, because all the kids go back to school in August,
yeah,
like early August.
No, we want to have fair when everyone is out of school.
But it's awful.
The kids had a great time and memories made and all that good stuff. And my kids honestly look forward to it like all year long. And there are some great times. When the sun sets, I'm Gucci. Okay, it's fine.
It's just stressful.
But it has its stresses, obviously, because our kids this year, they're basically kind of advanced. They're stuck between like prelim and advanced. So anyways. They were in every single fucking show. And so we had to be there every single day. And yes, it was the entire month of July. And then we went right from that.
We had a whole week off.
1 week, 7 days, people,
and
7 days.
We couldn't get our shit together enough to
not
podcast.
Even 7 days. We didn't even have a full 7 days off.
No, we didn't have a full 7 days.
And then we went right into another fair.
Yeah.
But it's
it was only a week long. After state fair, like a week, you're like, okay, that was easy.
Seriously, the comparison.
The other fair is beautiful and it's full of trees.
It's up
in
like pine
you feel like
forest,
you can breathe.
And just magical and beautiful.
But it's still like you're still there and you still have to like.
And
we
were only doing most of the days. We only did one show per day. There was the very
last
last day we had nice. two shows. In the last day we were there, so that was it's a lot more
stressful.
Chill and stuff. But
anyway, so that's where we've been. If you've been wondering,
we've been there.
Where we have been at. Mm-hmm. So we're hoping to get into the swing of things, but we'll see. Because Sherry's baby has now turned into a monster.
Yeah, she just within that time frame. When we were at State Fair, she took her first couple of steps, and I was like, downhill from here, people, downhill from here. We got it all on camera.
You're like, winter is coming.
Baby buddy was there with her, but anyways, yeah, she's stressful, and I know I have like a million other kids, but like my million other children, like just they just don't want to watch her. They're like polite pass.
Yeah,
so
she's a lot of work.
It's a lot. Yeah, exactly. So we'll see.
Anyways, if you guys are new, welcome. If you guys are like, oh my God, like I haven't heard a podcast in forever, like they're back. Thanks for listening and welcome back. We are going to talk about ducks today so Sherry and I had ducks growing up when we were younger. We had geese and all that. And intermittently we did have ducks even.
Yeah, we had ducks in between that when my boys were kind of younger. And so, ducks have on and off been always kind of a part of our lives. And then just recently we both got...
Well, not too recent.
No, I guess it's already been...
Yeah. Anyways.
I mean, they're full grown now.
So we figured we should do an episode. We did like a chickens versus ducks episode, and that was a really fun one. And if you haven't listened to that, you should go listen to it because that's probably one of my favorite episodes. And then... But we haven't done just a duck, so we're just talking about fucking ducks. Well, not fucking ducks. That's awkward.
That's weird. That'd be a very weird topic. Yeah. Not a good one either. Not a good one, people. We like, frown upon
that. Bestiality. No.
Yeah.
No, we're just talking about ducks. So I have all runner ducks. And if you're just getting into ducks and you don't know what a runner duck is, the name says it all. So they can't fly; they just run.
Mm-hmm. They stand up when they're standing there. They stand like super
they're super tall.
Like if they were wearing a little suit, it'd be super cute.
Yeah, you could
super
put
tall, their little necks, and they stand there, and their wings are almost like behind them, right?
Yeah.
They're like a normal, not a normal duck, but your other breeds of duck.
Don't let the runner ducks hear you.
That's right. Most of your breeds of duck, they are basically like almost on their chest when they're walking because they're really, really top heavy because that's how they're buoyant in the water and stuff. But the runner ducks, very good at diving underwater, very good at running, very good at pest control. And so they're adorable.
They're great. They run and they get a little bit off the ground. They like flap their wings, but they're never going to fly away. So you don't have to worry about clipping their wings.
Yeah, super
like
cool.
Some other ducks.
Yeah.
You just really, and they were actually bred in India for on the rice paddies.
To get rid of bugs.
For pest control.
Yeah.
That was their specific purpose of why they exist. So it is kind of nice to have around the farm. Obviously, there's always an abundance of pests and things and they're good to bring in. So like at the end of the season, before I transfer my garden over to my fall garden, I'll let the ducks come in and kind of run rampant. And they clean up. They'll eat, whatever the fuck's left over, and they'll eat the pests. So yeah, so they are very handy to have, and they make fertilizer as they're moving around. If you have like greener patch, so right now everything's dry, but as everything starts to get rain and everything starts to turn green, I'm not gonna feed my ducks. They don't need a lot of like supplementation for their food. They can just run around and eat grass and bugs, and they'll be fine. Yeah,
ditto. Like right now, we do feed ours because.
I feed mine scraps, though. I still don't buy duck food.
We buy duck food. It's odd, but my husband is the one who just buys it consistently, and he's like the worrier. Like I'm telling him, he's like, have the ducks have food? Do they have food? I'm like, we haven't had duck food in a couple of days, but I give them scraps every day. And he's just like,
and they eat bugs all day long.
And so, but no, he doesn't believe me. He's like, I'm
like, obviously, if you have your ducks in like a pen where they can't get out and forage, then you would have to feed them, right?
Ours are
like I say that's obvious, but sometimes I'm like, you guys, like you're like,
you guys. When we say obvious, it should be obvious. No, we're joking. Yeah, if they're enclosed in a pen, just like your chickens, they are 100% going to need to be fed, because even the ground, it's all going to be tramped down and no bugs there, and so clearly they need food. Now, if they're free ranging like ours, they don't really need a lot. They just lots of bugs. Like Shauna said, when it's green, they're gonna eat all that grass too.
Yeah,
which they'll love.
So obviously there's several different breeds of ducks. So I just have runners. I have the Indian runners and chocolate runners. The chocolate runners are black.
I have one chocolate runner. And he's the only runner that we have, or she, and they're all females.
Oh yeah,
and
we
then
have all females too.
Swedish. I have 5 of I don't even know what, Swedish something or other. I probably should have looked up what breed.
That's the actual name is Swedish something or other.
So they're also a flightless bird. Yay me! I got all flightless because fuck that. I've had ducks before and they fucking flew away, and like no thank you. Yeah. And then I have a Peking, whatever the fuck she is, and she's also
so cute.
She's adorable, and she is like the boss, and she's also flightless. And they just walk everywhere, and they see us. They sit on our top of our huge rock we have in front of our window, and they stare in the house. And then they
like,
watch
hello?
us pass by the window.
I
would
love some lettuce.
They wah, 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 and they yell at us. And it's my husband's favorite thing. He's like, that has to stop. And I'm like, you love it.
Oh, he doesn't like it.
And he does not like it. I'm being very facetious.
Oh. See,
like he
loves
the ducks, but he is like, I cannot handle that. He's like, I get up at 3 a.m. They're sitting on that rock staring at me, yelling at me to come feed them. And I was like, and do you? He's like, yes, to get them to shut up. I was like, so they have you trained.
Yeah.
They trained you. They've trained us all. It's fine. We're trained easily, apparently. They're just like, do this, and they're going to feed us. Animals are fucking smart.
The louder you are, the better.
The louder you are, the better. Yeah.
So my husband loves the duck, that noise. And so my husband's like not a farm kid. He was like a city kid. And so, and he's never had experienced ducks in any way. And so when I was like, I'm going to get ducks. And he's like, no. And then I was like, I'm going to get ducks. And he's like, no. And he's like, we don't need ducks. And then one day I was like, I'm just going to get ducks. Because like, he's just going to keep saying no. And that's boring. So I just brought home ducks. And then I was like, but they do need a pen, so you should build one. But once they got out of the brooder and he had the pen built or whatever, and once they got bigger and were like moving around and being like ducks, he was like, I kind of like the ducks. And now he's like, I love the ducks. I'm like, see, you should just let me bring home whatever animals I want whenever I want.
And you will love them.
I'm helping you.
I'm helping you
like,
love
grow
animals.
as a human.
That's right. You're very welcome.
Yeah, he is welcome. So he loves the ducks, but there's lots of reasons to have ducks on your homestead. We named the whole like pest control,
which is huge. Very, very, very big one. That and chickens,
Obviously if you're letting them in your garden and stuff at the end of the season, they'll also fertilize as they run around because their poop is fertilizer. They're,
and eggs, obviously.
I was like, there is another good one.
So duck eggs are obviously larger and they are sweeter, and so they're great for bacon.
And they're actually healthier for you. Did you know that?
Nice.
So because they have more nutrients in them compared to chicken eggs, and not just because of their size, then they are considered healthier for you. But they make
Nice.
so they make like your cakes like fluffier and your bread like lighter, and like it's just like it's like a magical egg. It's
Did
magic.
you ever heard of the golden goose?
Yeah.
That's what it is, people. Except
So-
they're not golden, and you can't get any money for it. You could, I guess, if
Well,
you
I
sold
mean,
them.
you could sell
Yeah.
sell your duck eggs. So, they are really good for baking. So we only have female ducks,
Yes.
and that is because I wanted eggs. And
Yep.
you don't need a male duck, just like chickens. You don't need a rooster to get eggs. You don't need a male duck to have eggs. You need a male duck to fertilize eggs. So if you want baby ducks, you need a male duck. But the problem with male ducks is that they're horny little bastards. And
Just like a rooster.
but like worse, because roosters, as annoying as they are, and we've talked about this in our chicken versus duck episode, but fucking roosters, they don't have any male genitalia. They just basically have like a spot. There's nothing that comes.
It's super weird. It's like, man,
They don't have a penis.
Talk about target practice. Like, holy crap. That's amazing that they can fertilize so much when they don't eat, you know what I mean? It's crazy, right?
Why?
I'm just saying, that's like, I don't
No,
know,
'cause they
good
just have
shooting
to like
text, you know what I mean?
It's just like touching, and then like it's all like they're and then like just goes in.
Yeah.
You know,
Still,
it's
I
just
don't
like
know.
it's
Still
like the
kind of-
liquidy, like the sperm. You know, it's like from
Yeah.
the rooster, but they don't have like a penis. So, but a duck does, and they can get very out of control very quickly. So if you have chickens, you shouldn't have male ducks around your hens
because he'll breed them, or he'll attempt to, and then he'll kill them.
They can kill them because the chickens obviously their bodies aren't built to have a penis, like, you know.
Inserted.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
just, I was like, should I say that?
And you're talking about it. This is your idea.
Anyway, so like it can like really like rip out their insides, and it's awful. And some people like that I've talked to are like, oh, well, I have male ducks with chickens and it's been fine. Well, you've been lucky and you shouldn't do it. That's just like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of another analogy.
Oh, so many people. I had donkeys who guard my thing. It's been fine.
Well, it's fine until it's not.
It's fine until it's not.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, you know, same kind of thing. It's just not really meant to be. Like, donkeys are prey animals. They shouldn't guard anything. And they're territorial, but they're not. I wouldn't call them guard anything. And I know some people have great luck and they have, oh, my donkey's amazing and whatever. And then the same with the chickens and the ducks. Like, oh, no, it's been fine. And it's like, well, until it's not one day. So, you know, just a little bit of warning. And when you think of, like, nature, like, when you're thinking about an animal, always go back to, like, their natural, where and how would they be if they were just in the wild? Like, you're not going to see ducks around chickens in the wild ever. It's just never going to be a thing, okay? So they probably just shouldn't be around each other. And now that you know that little bit of info about a duck penis, you're welcome.
It's like a corkscrew.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Looks like a twisty piece of pasta.
Yeah, that's weird. Don't use pasta. Don't. You know, you can't really. It ruins food for me.
Don't
like
use pasta.
Yeah,
I
we're not gonna reference.
That's it. You know,
food.
like the twirly pastas.
Yes,
you know?
Shauna, I know it's all regatta, and you don't reference it.
Okay. Well,
because it's gross.
If
And now,
anybody needs
the
a
next
reference,
time I'm cooking regatta,
you can think of a duck
I'm gonna
penis.
think of a duck penis. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna drive to your house. I'm gonna be like duck penis. I'm gonna throw all the pasta at your face.
and ducks love pasta, coincidentally.
Yeah, they do.
Anyway, so yeah, don't keep but if you get like runner ducks, so a lot of times they're like, well, how do you let your ducks forage? And they won't fly over to where your chickens are, you know. But if they're
flightless,
if
and
they're
they're
flightless,
not
you don't
going
have
to
to worry
fly.
about it, and they're not even gonna fly.
Well, and by the way, if you have all females, then you don't got to worry about it.
That's
My
true as
ducks are
well.
all with my chickens. They all are free range, ducks and chickens. The ducks go up visit the chickens come down and visit the ducks, and it's been like that from day one. They're perfectly all fine because the only thing that is a male are the roosters, and the roosters aren't getting anywhere near those ducks. Roosters are much smarter than that. See, ducks are just in crazy horny. Like, they would like to mate everything. Like, my roosters, they would not even go near my ducks, touch with a 10-foot fucking pole. You know what I mean?
So I have actually a rooster that lives with my ducks.
Right, and he doesn't touch him, right?
No. He's like, these are my friends, and we're like,
No, of course, yeah.
They're they're like pals. They go and like to the bar and they have a drink,
but
it's
clearly
like
a different
just,
species. So
yeah, but it's just
chill.
like friends, It's just like we're cool
because he knows he's not that. I'm not you. You're not me.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Gonna keep there's a wall here.
But male ducks are like, hey.
If you're
small
walking,
and has feathers.
I mean, you're game. It's like, damn, dude, calm down.
Yeah.
So
they can get a little bit crazy. So keep your ducks separate, but it is easy depending on what duck breed that you choose. And you can always
clip his penis off.
No. Their feathers.
Clip that right off.
Trim their flight feather.
That'll do ya.
Definitely want to get baby ducks. I don't even know why you have a male duck. There's always like male ducks that are like super cheap or free too. So like people are like, oh, I want a duck. And it's just like, now, no offense, you have like this pointless animal.
It's completely pointless. Completely pointless. Like obviously he's still going to do like the whole like I'm eating pests, but like the annoyance of him probably outweighs the whole like I'm going to eat pests.
Which like, if you're like me, you already have a bunch of roosters, like you don't want a bunch of male ducks too. So I only have females. I can see myself one day wanting to have like baby ducks. But I don't know. I don't know if I'll actually ever get there because our little flock is quite happy.
No, I'm never doing baby ducks. I'll just buy more baby ducks.
They're so cute though. They're so
I'll buy them.
Cute.
Buy them.
I'll buy them. So we do not have a pond. We are wanting to put one in, but we just don't have one. So I have a baby pool for the ducks because the Indian runners, they still like to swim.
All ducks like to swim.
All ducks like water.
They're natural.
They are incredibly messy. And
very, very messy.
The water, you'll wash out their little pool, and in 10 minutes, it's like filthy. Like you're like, okay. But you just do it every day, and you're like, because you love your ducks, and your ducks like are so happy with. They're so happy.
I have taken videos. I need to post them of my ducks. They do the zoomies in the fresh water.
Yeah.
And they wait and they like are wiggling, and then that second that's water's filling, they take the hose out and they walk up their ramp and they get in, and it's just like dunky, and then like zoomy, and they all zoomy out and zoomy back in.
It's so cute.
It is adorable.
They love like fresh
and they
water.
will get me so wet. Like I'd be standing, like I'm like 5 feet away, 4 feet away.
They're messy.
They're like, I'm splashing you with this water.
They
they're
love
so
it
excited.
so much.
They haven't found the pool yet.
Oh,
our large pool, our like actual pool that we swim in. They come up. We're at the pool. I don't even know when. It was a couple weeks ago, and home between fairs or whatever. And we're swimming, and Dad's down there, and the ducks are, and it's the first time I'd seen them come that close.
Oh no!
I was like, oh fuck, here they come. And Dad's like, why are they coming up here? I was like, I think they're following our voices. Like, we already fed them, but I'm pretty sure they're just like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I hear water splashing.
And like Dad's like, don't you let him fucking in here. He's like, get those fucking ducks away from my pool. Like he's like super serious. My dad loves his pool. And I was like, Dad, I don't think they can go through those bars, but I don't know what to tell you. If they come in, they come in. I don't know what to tell you. He's like, I will kill them, Sherry. I will kill your ducks. I was like, you would not. Zip your mouth.
I don't know. Dad, like, the pool for my dad is like his Zen garden. Like, it's like, he loves it. Like, he's mad when we have like people over that are swimming in the pool because they get his pool dirty because we're just supposed to look at it.
Yeah. That's it. All that money
to look at it. It's very pretty. He's like, look how blue it is. I'm like, it's so blue.
He's like, don't get in though. You're gonna ruin the blue.
I know.
I tried to talk to the ducks. I told him, if you're gonna go in the pool, do it when Grandpa's not home.
Yeah, check. Call ahead of time. Be like, hey,
when Grandpa does get
Grandpa
home.
at work because
we're taking a dip.
There's
in the large pool.
There's no
way. They
way.
have 2 different pools, and they go in the horse troughs and stuff. And so it's like, I'm really hoping that they just don't ever find the pool.
Get your pond. I mean, in the winter you'll be full. Your pond.
Yeah.
So Sherry has a seasonal pond, which is lovely. We could have a seasonal pond very easily because our creek like flows right, and it kind of floods that lower part of our bottom field. We would just have to dig it out a little bit, and it would be like a pond. Fucking hello. So that's where we're putting it eventually, anyways, because it makes the most sense. But I want to do it like this year. But I want a lot of things this year. So
we always say that.
I know.
I want a lot of things this year.
I
want
like,
to do
and my
this.
husband's like, he's like, you want all the things. And I'm like, I don't want all the things. I just want horses and a duck pond
And
and
maybe a cow, mini, preferably.
definitely a cow.
Some donkeys.
I would like,
mini
I
again,
want a mini
preferably.
donkey. Yeah.
And I'd like a root cellar. My neighbors are building a root cellar.
Those bastards.
I was walking up because I had to put the milk away in their little house. I did, like the last time that we milk, for like that time. So I go to their tiny house, climb the stairs, put the milk in their fridge, come back down, and Legend's like, "What is this, Mom? What is this?" And all this stuff, and they're always doing things, but it's all dug up and this huge mound. I'm like, I don't remember this here. Like, what is this? And I come around, there's a fucking door on the side of this hill. I'm like, you fucking bastards! You're making a root cellar. How and why are you doing this?
How dare you?
How dare you?
And not make one for us first.
Or
inconsiderate.
Come to me and make one. Oh my God, I'm just like, oh man.
I've literally wanted a root cellar since we moved in there
They had like the perfect spot for it because
11 years ago.
They have this huge. It's like a hill where their tiny house is on, and they just dug into it and then framed it and put a
See,
fucking
we
door
have
in.
a perfect spot. I want a round door. I want it to look like a hobbit hole.
Theirs is a round door. It's very, very cute. Not round, but it's like.
No, I want like a round,
That's adorable. Wood.
I want to be a hobbit.
No, it's adorable.
And a fairy, but a hobbit when I'm going to the root cellar.
And a fairy when you come out. Just hang your fairy wings and fairy costume.
I'll have like a specific apron, go out and bear
Hobbitsies time.
Hobbitsies. We
That's
like
right.
second dinners.
That's right.
Oh my God. Yeah. Like that has to happen.
I want a root cellar so bad. It's so fucking
It'd be
cool.
so nice.
It's
like
so
think
nice.
like just because like obviously like aesthetically they're fucking adorable, but the practical
yes,
is
that's
like
what I'm
why
saying.
I want it more than anything.
I want one like extra big because I don't just want to. Obviously, I want to put like potatoes and their veggies and whatever onions and shit. But like, I also want to have like a little table in there. You go in there and you just like chill, like on hot
cool.
days. You go to your pool on hot days. You also go into your root cellar on hot days. Like I want a space to go and exist,
Have tea?
and be. Yes. Have a shelf built in. All my tea stuff.
All of it.
It's happening. I want it so bad.
And I want it to be like big enough where all of my canned foods can be stored. Like literally like just shelves and shelves so I can
nice.
I want it to be like never ending, I want it
so
to be
nice.
just so many things can go on the shelves to where you're like you have a problem. I'll be like, "Yes, I do."
Yes.
I do.
I know.
Bastards.
Bastards.
Hobbits need second dinners.
That's
you
right.
Go through lots of canned goods.
Yes.
So, anyways, I don't know how we got onto root cellars.
I just brought it up because I remember I forgot to tell you. I have a fucking root cellar.
I'm so jealous. I'm
I
so
know.
jealous. I'm so jealous. Like, and I keep telling myself, like, we're going to, like, put money away for, like, certain things. And then we're like, oh, we have 2 weddings next year. Which...
Stupid fucking kids.
Stupid kids. And I, like, love how big our family is. Like, we have a big family and we're always in each other's business. And, like, we are, like, the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding. We're just not Greek. And, like, and I love that about us. But then at the same time, then we're like, well, now we have 2 weddings next year.
I know.
Now I can't build a root cellar.
I know.
Because that money is going towards weddings
Weddings.
for dumb kids.
Well, our sister's going to go. So Shanley, we're doing a destination wedding, or she is, in Cabo at like an all-inclusive resort. And it's going to be amazing and magical and fun. And I totally am looking forward to it. I want it to be like tomorrow. But it costs money, for all of us to do all of that. So.
And then Sherry's son is getting married, Aiden, which I know some of you guys know. And that's just like, obviously, things cost things. And Sherry's helping a lot out with their wedding because, it's her child.
Yeah. Yeah, so 2 weddings in 1 year. And you're like, why? Why? What's happening?
Be like, you know what's a fun idea, you guys? What
We're
if
both going to get married the same year.
No, we can tell them. Be like, we have a better idea. Instead of you guys getting married, we're going to build root cellars and you guys are going to go to a courthouse.
Ooh. Yeah.
It'll be so fun.
We're going to build root cellars.
You can get married in the root cellar.
Yay, magical.
It'll
be nice.
It would be nice.
It'll feel
It'll have a
nice.
hobbit door. What
That's
else?
right.
What else do you
What
want?
else do you want? We'll hang some lights. It'll be
Yeah,
magical.
totally. It'll be solar. It'll be great. Anywho, back to ducks. So, I think ducks are great. I think they're a great pet.
Ducks are great.
Ducks are great. It's like goats are great.
My mom has a shirt or a sweatshirt, and her sweatshirt seriously says goats are great.
They are great. So ducks are also great. I really enjoy them. I do feel bad I don't have a pond for them already. Like I'm like, oh, poor ducks. Like they need a big swimmy hole, you know?
You have a baby pool.
I know, but I said a big swimmy hole. They don't like little swimmy holes. See, no, it's not as fun.
No, I know.
They're not as
I
like
know.
I am peacefully
I'm a
swimming
duck
on my
doing
pond.
my ducky
so
swimmy
I
thing.
wish
Yeah.
we kind of did the pond first, just a little bit. But I do just like they're still happy ducks. They're like they make their little
my God,
happy
they're
noises
fun.
and they
Living
run
their
around
fucking
and
lives. Exactly.
they run around the pasture and make all the waters dirty and it's fine.
Yes,
So
exactly.
but if you're not ready for, depending on where you have your ducks, for them to make any waters in that vicinity very, very dirty all the time.
Yeah.
If you're...
We wouldn't suggest them then if
Yeah.
you're not prepared for that.
If you're not
because they
prepared-
will find every body of water.
And they do need like a duck house somewhere to go into at night to protect them from predators unless you have LGDs or like... A lot of people, if they have a pond, they'll build like a little house that
That's
they
what I
can
wanna
just
do.
go into
Yeah.
in the middle.
adorable.
And you don't lock it up, obviously. You don't have to wait out there every day, like shutting the ducks up for the night. They
Kids, kayak out to the duck house. Lock it up. No, because nothing. That's the reason you
That's
put
the
it on top
reason
of
you
the
put it
water
in there.
is because nothing else is going to swim out there. Nothing else is going to get your kayak. Raccoons, like I'm coming for you, ducks. Yeah, no, yeah. So
That's a very cute picture,
the
though.
reason that you put it in the water is so nothing can get to them. So that's
Yeah. But obviously it has to be like, it can't be like, if a raccoon can walk across your water, it has to be deep enough, Common sense here, people. Raccoon just in his little wading suit. He's just like,
those little overalls they wear into fishing. The guys wear fishing.
He's like, eating ducks tonight.
So fucking
So
funny.
we lock our ducks up at night, so that's all safe or whatever. But eventually, once we get our pond in, hopefully we don't have to. But so
I don't lock my ducks up, but I have one of our dogs, one of our LGDs sleeps down near my house. And
that's
so
the
he
other
just
reason you
guards
don't.
them.
Yeah, if you have LGDs and you have somebody protecting your property at all times, then you're also fine. But other than that, like I think ducks are super fun, and they're
Yeah, they really are. See, I've always loved ducks. Like I was gifted 2 ducks back well before we were on this
Little
property.
boy and little girl.
Little boy and little girl. And they were just little boy definitely had something wrong with them. They were both, they were
they're very
mallards,
tiny.
and he was super
Inbreeding.
tiny. And then little girl was like a perfectly sized mallard, but he was just like, I'm a tiny little itty bitty boy.
But
duck.
we also named them little boy and little girl before before we knew they were going to be little boy and
it
little girl.
manifested.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, because he was super tiny. And they were adorable. But, my friends gifted me these ducks. We were still living in, suburbia. It was, so funny. And I was like, yes, I love those ducks. I didn't know about it. Did they even tell mom? I don't even remember, to be honest. I just remember being like, oh, my God, I have baby ducks. Because I just have always
I
loved.
don't know, but we had a pig in our house. I'm sure
We
they
did
were
have a
like,
pig.
they can have ducks
I mean,
too.
they can
Who
have
cares?
ducks. They have a pig.
We had a lot of, we've talked about that before. We were not your typical suburban people. We never should have lived in suburbia.
No, my
That
parents
was-
should have always been on a property.
Yeah.
They were just in denial.
Yeah,
They didn't know
so-
themselves.
They didn't. So
Dad's
we were,
like, I'm going to buy you a pig. Mom's like, let's do it. Yeah, right here.
yeah,
Little house on a court.
yeah.
We have
Pig will
we have
just
a
run amok.
we have a quarter of an acre. Do it.
Yeah.
And he did. He brought her home a fucking pig.
So, but yeah, so I really and enjoy ducks right now where I'm at in life too, if that makes sense.
Where are you right now?
I don't know. Like I think
She's like,
I don't really know.
Tell me, whose house am I in?
Yeah, that is definitely me in a nutshell. I'm like, I don't know, but
Fucking tired. I don't know where I'm at.
it's just I don't know. I feel like if I did it a few years ago, I would have gotten tired of like all the waters being dirty all the time. That kind of stuff would have bothered me more. I don't know, but I also sometimes think I'm a different person even in the past than I was. So.
This is true. Yeah, you do that.
I
Yeah,
also
you do
think
that.
I'm a different person than who people tell me I am too. And I'm like, no, I'm. What?
That's not me.
I'm fabulous to be around. Like, what are you talking about? Grumpy? It's weird. No. So maybe I just don't know who I am. I don't know where I am. I don't know who I am.
Sorry, get those fucking ducks, okay?
Get the ducks. If you want ducks, get
Yeah,
them. Try them
yeah.
out. Definitely start with females. I would start with runner ducks because they are, and there's other flightless breeds like Sherry was saying.
Yeah, the two other breeds I have. Swedish. It's like Swedish.
I know what I like remember it, but I don't. It's like in my brain, but it's not.
My child's my phone. And then the other one's the Peking. So
start with flightless if you are new to ducks.
Yeah.
I did flightless just because it worked for our whole farm.
Yeah.
I didn't want
well, no, if you don't do flightless and you don't clip their wings, they're going to fly away. That's all there is to it.
Goodbye, ducks.
Goodbye,
ducks.
I
bought
with them, and then they're like, wait, where are you guys going?
Flying south for the winter.
Flying. They're going to fly away. They just don't stay.
Yeah.
If they can't fly, they know they can't fly, and they don't go anywhere. They're yours for the rest of their lives.
They're your ducks.
So like, get flightless, or you clip their wings, I guess.
Oh, ducks are also extremely hardy, and I don't think people really realize how hardy they are. So, like, you know how your chickens, they were like, it's too hot, I'm dying, or like, I'm really cold, I'm gonna die. Like, depending on the breed, like your Buff Orpingtons, if it's like, above 99, they're like, I'm gonna sit here, I'm not drinking any water, I'm gonna stand in the sun, I'm just gonna perish. like fantastic. You're also very smart. But the ducks,
Dexter does extremely, and again, I guess it comes from probably just, I mean, they live in the water. You know what I mean? So like, they don't get overheated and stuff because they just go into water.
Their feet can be as cold as you. They can walk on ice and they don't have whatever in their feet. Nerves.
Nerves.
So they're not going to feel like the cold, basically. They love the rain. When it's raining, they'll be out in those puddles and they'll be running. Yeah, amok. So
much hardier than chickens.
Yes.
And as long as you give them plenty of water sources and to get like actually to keep themselves clean, because they do need to do that. They have to get in and they have to rub their wings and get themselves
and they need a ridiculous amount of water.
And like we said, they are very messy. So if you were thinking about getting ducks and you're like, okay, well, they can't free range because of some reason and they have to be in a specific area like all the time, make sure that area is pretty good size, because they are going to get it just absolutely filthy.
I think
absolutely filthy.
If you have them in a small area, you're going to get tired of those ducks very, very quickly.
Like, I would honestly, like, if you want ducks, I would honestly be like, you guys out? You guys not? You guys.
Out.
Goodbye.
Thank you. We're almost done.
Okay, she's okay. She's okay.
Oh, wow. Go put it outside. We found a bug. That's
I know, but
cool.
now she's crying because now she sees me.
We're almost done.
Close the door, legend, please, for the love of God. Thank you. Love you. You still didn't close it.
He still didn't close it.
Anyways, I would have them free ranging. Is all I wanted to say.
And
absolutely, you're gonna have to close that door.
Absolutely, get like a
on everything else on there.
Like a pool. She's upset.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go get her.
Yeah, like a baby pool works just fine, but obviously I wouldn't have one baby pool for more than 4 ducks. Like Sherry has 6 ducks and she has 2 baby pools. They do get messy really fast and all that, but it's really like, I don't know. I don't change out the water every day. I change it out like every other day or maybe every 3 days, depending on how hot it is. They do love the fresh water though, so it makes me happy when I'm refilling it. And you can use that water, like, I just dump it out right now because it's watering the ground right there, and hopefully some grass will sprout up sooner for the ducks to eat. But
see, I have my pools like specifically like against the plants. I have them against a tree. That way, when I dump it, I'm watering those trees and those plants.
Sometimes you're smarter than I think.
Yeah, just like that's it.
So if you strategically place your kiddie pools for your ducks, if you don't have a pond, then you can just water shit while you're cleaning them out. So that is always a easy way to do it. But other than that, if you have any other questions on ducks or you want to know anything further, just go ahead and email us. We are considering taking this down to like just a couple times a month.
Yeah, because we're running the boat with the 2 shows, and so we're considering, taking down a little. It's just a lot, and it's mostly a lot for me, and which is ironic because Shauna's the one who does all the behind the scenes shit. I just like do this, like hi, but
I don't have a baby.
It's still very stressful with Hero, and nobody wants to watch her. I don't blame them. She's a toddler now, and she's like, I'm into everything, and she's very difficult to watch. You have to like eyes on her 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So
anyway, if you hear less from us, that is why.
Yes.
But anyways, we'll keep you updated on that and what we're doing. But
Yes, definitely.
other than that, we want to give shout outs to our Patreon members. If you guys have not looked at our Patreon, please just fucking do it. Why we have our Patreon account is to keep this one running. So if we don't have people going over to Patreon and pledging $3 a month to get some fun episodes to listen to, then we can't keep this one going too, because it's just too hard to do all of it.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
it gets like, we have some great patrons over there. We would love to have more of you, and feel like we're actually like getting somewhere with all of this, because right now with Sherry being like frustrated, we're like, okay, we'll just drop it down to twice a month where they'll get 2 episodes, and we want to give you guys as much information as possible. We want to be here for you guys.
Definitely.
We love this community and we appreciate all of you, but at the
Yes.
same time, it's still work. It's still like things that we have to do. And be away from our kids and all that
Tell your
business.
kids, shut the door.
Shut the door. Go away. Goodbye. But shout outs to our patrons. I want to shout out to Lexi, to Tegan, to our mom. She's a great patron as well. And do we shout out Megan on this one or the other one?
We always shout you out, so you're welcome. I don't know.
Shout out
I
to
don't know what
Megan.
you get. I had to go back and read it.
Yeah. Shout out to Megan. So thank you guys all so much. And
Yes,
then
definitely.
to all of our patrons, of course. And if you could
Yes.
please check that out. It's Porch Talks with Our Kind of Homesteading. Just go to patreon.com, put in Porch Talks with Our Kind of Homesteading. You'll find us. You pledge $3, you get 2 episodes. You get a fun bonus episode. We talk about cryptids or ghost stories, or we tell something fun and spooky.
Yeah, that one is super fun.
It's super fun. I always love doing it.
Yeah.
I usually will find something to talk about, and I kind of just surprise Sherry with it. So, and Sherry's reactions, because she is so like Sherry, it's just always a good time. And
It's always a good time.
always a good time. And then the other one, you get to know us more on a more personal level. So,
Yes.
anywho, other than that, we'll talk to you later.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.